This is the Singleton, Game of Thrones, House Tully. There we go. It's a 40%, 750 mils. It is Glendullan. That's the distillery that makes Singleton. That's why. Okay. Oh, look at that nice darker color.
Yeah.
Oh, immediately.
Yeah, there's a color spectrum here with scotches where you go, they all have to pass. It doesn't remind me of pee. That moment.
That may have come up before, I think, in the show. Ooh, now that has a buttery, the smell, like the nose is buttery, right away. This makes me think of like, okay, so the house, I didn't say what sort of house I would build in Johnnie Walker. I guess I probably wouldn't build a house there. I'd just visit, but
You'd get
but
an Airbnb.
this, yeah, as an Airbnb. This I would, I think this is definitely a bakery, but like with a lot of buttery stuff in it, scones and like croissants. Like it's definitely like a savory, savory bakery is kind of what I'm getting from this. You know, there's a grandmother living there.
House Tully, which means that it's Ned Stark's Mrs. What was her name?
Lady Stark. I just always thought of her as Lady Stark, but what was her name? Cat.
Yeah,
right?
Catherine Stark or Cat Stark.
Yeah.
So this is a very Cat Stark thing because you get the buttery of you get the buttery matriarchal thing going on, as well as is the Tully place called River Run?
River Run, yeah, and their icon, their logo that they got the marketing team to develop for them was a fish. It was a fish.
Right, Team Tully, we're in the water.
Yeah, there it is. Yeah.
Yeah. So I would say this. There's sort of rock minerally, river rock stuff going on.
Yeah.
I don't know if that was
and I'm gonna lose my nerd cred, but what
rock.
are the words? I wonder what the words are of House Tully. I don't remember. Is it on the bottle? The words?
It's not "We are a fisher of men" because I think that was taken.
Yeah, that was taken.
Yeah.
House Tully's ancestral keep, River Run, spans the junction of the Red Fork of the Trident and the Tumblestone River. Ruling as Lord of the Riverlands under the House Sigil of a silver trout flashing above rushing water, House Tully embodies the surge of the rivers among which they live. Is that correct language?
Can I just tell you both that I'm going to be happy all day knowing that I remembered that the Tully state is River Run. Yes.
And you said you weren't a nerd, but I think now.
Well, you watched Game of Thrones, though, right?
Yes.
At least part of it, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
I did too, and I remember almost none of the names. I don't know.
Have you read the books?
Names.
Either of you read the books?
Yes, I read the books, and a friend of mine warned me early on, you've made a mistake, because I read all the books before the show, and he was quite right. He said, now you're going to be tortured for the next 5 years, because it'll probably be a while before he writes a 6th book, if he ever gets there.
He's not gonna. I don't think he will.
Yeah, no.
Yeah.
I don't think he will.
I think he's encountered too much vitriol from fans, from like the minority of just toxic fans, and he's just like, you know what? Someone can finish these books when I'm gone. Like, I think that's kind of, I don't know. He's got other stuff he's working on. I don't blame him.
Theme park or something? Isn't he working on that?
Where does he live?
Where is it? It's Meow Wolf. Meow Wolf. It's like a museum.
Stop making up names.
I'm not. No, check it out. It's an interactive museum. Like it's kind of like almost like it's like a huge interactive, museum. And where is it? It's like in New Mexico or Nevada. Where is it?
Santa Fe?
Santa Fe. Yeah.
Well, here's to Santa Fe.
Santa Fe. Yeah. Let's try this.
With the determination of river waters that never cease moving. Well, that's kind of the definition of a river. They formed powerful alliances and fight against the current for family, duty, and honor. That, now to me, like, this has that butter at the end of the Johnnie Walker all the way through, from the nose to the, like, this is a very delicate scotch. Like, to me, there's just like a lot, like
it's like a croissant or something. It's a lot of delicate flavors in there.
Yeah, I yes, and all of that, but the finish is kind of biting. It's making my eyes water.
Oh, really? Oh, I get the same kind of buttery finish, so much so that I think that maybe an ingredient in the White Walker is a little bit of, some of the Singleton from Glendullan.
Yeah, no, there is a little bit of burn at the end. I get you, Dan. I think it might just be that the whole experience is so smooth that you don't recognize that there's alcohol in it until kind of all the flavors pass by, maybe. I don't know.
So let me ask you guys a technique thing. Because when you taste wine, you're meant to pull in a little bit of oxygen to just oxygenate it so that when you have it in your mouth, it gets a little bit of air in it to taste it fully. And do you do that or you just let it sit on your tongue with your mouth closed? Or is there any particular technique?
I think, yeah, you go ahead. You go first.
I was just going to say that you want to hold it in your mouth for 8 seconds and kind of just move it all around so that you hit all the taste buds. See how it feels on your gums, if you can stand it.
And from the Scotch whiskey experience, they recommend kind of like trying to almost move your mouth like you're chewing on it, like like you're chewing it up inside your mouth. Kind of do that same sort of movement.
It just kind of helps coat the mouth. I see what you mean about the little burn at the end, but it's to me it's a light burn.
Yeah, I don't want to put water in this at all because it's so delicate. I feel like it would just like disappear. It's like I don't think I would put it. Someone else wants to, they can.
I'm going to.
Yeah, if it's burning you, then yeah.
Game of Thrones. Game of Thrones. It's a game, some gamey game. We would sing whenever we watched the show, we would sing the theme song.
We did a bit on Quick Wits a long time ago, which was Chariots of Fire, we're really on fire. Stop, drop, and roll. Stop, drop, and roll.
Yeah. We also we sing the theme for Westworld too. I think the original at the ending it was fall into the milk, fall into the milk, fall into the milk because it works perfectly.
Yeah.
Now it's fall into the blood because this season they're falling into blood.
See that makes a big difference for me.
Yeah.
It doesn't bite your head off at the end.
So you like it with the water?
Yeah. That more than I did before. I mean, I like the front end of it and the middle, but the end without the water was
a little burny.
Yeah.
Yeah, I still get a little bit of the burn going down the throat with the water, but it is definitely not as strong. And I don't think it really damaged the nose or the taste for me, but I don't think it improved it. I don't think it changed it dramatically. It was pretty constant even with the water.
All right, I'm going to stick with no water then, I think.
Good for you, Joseph. Good for you.
Wow, that sounded sarcastic or something.
Finally making a good choice, Joseph.
Now I feel pressured to put water in because the way you said that.
So nice.